Hi guys, welcome. It's Thursday and it's messaging day. I'm Nathan and this is TCS Everyday Psychics. Welcome. So before we get onto the messaging, just like if you could please like, because it helps the algorithms with the website. Maybe subscribe, ring that notification bell because you wouldn't want to miss any content that we're putting on, and there's loads of new content coming out in the next few weeks, and it'd be really sad if you don't miss it. But anyway, remember, if any of these readings resonate with you, please comment. We love your comments. And then maybe if you've got me to use different types of cards, or maybe other runes, or whatever, just ask me and I'll see what I can do. On that note, you can also have a private reading via Zoom. If you go to our website, I'm on there and I can give you a private reading. Just let us know. So, without further ado, 3 cards will come up, and I want you to take a look at them, see what resonates with you, and then go to Group A, Group B, or Group C. Okay, good luck, and I'll see you soon. Hi, Group A. So you chose the card Observer. If you can read backwards. Anyway, it says Observe. That was your main card. I'm now going to shuffle some cards. Let's just put that there, and we'll see what 3 tarot cards you will get. So see what will help you in this week. Okay, first card is the 2 of Pentacles. The second card is the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, look at that. And the third card is the 7 of Wands. So we are just going to have a look at this now and see. Let's see. The cards over there. Okay, so observe. Well, if I think of what I looked on the dictionary before, because obviously I knew we were going to use this card, and it means to notice or perceive something very carefully and attentively. Not only using your eyes, but often using all the senses, or through systematic examination. It can also mean to follow or comply with rules or laws. So that's observe. So we had the first one, which is the 2 of Pentacles here. Now, with obviously going with observe, it feels to me like it's about deepening the understanding. I mean, this card emphasizes the importance of balance and adaptability. Now, life may feel very hectic at times, or it's filled with those challenging priorities. So your challenge is to observe how you manage managing your energy. Are you spreading yourself too thin? Are there areas where you can streamline or adjust? So take a moment, and here's some guidance. I'm going to give some guidance with each of these cards this week. So take a moment to step back and assess your commitments, and notice where you might need to loosen the grip or shift your focus. And remember, try to be flexible and open to those to challenging your approach as the circumstances evolve. So spiritually, I would suggest practicing mindfulness or meditation. I mean, I can't do meditation very well, so I have to have those beats. Oh, but hang on. I love Fred's Meds. So that meditation, go to our website and listen to Fred's Med. Also, Fred's Meds is on the podcast. So meditation, and this will help you feel centered amid those fluctuations. Now, the observation without the judgment will allow you to respond wisely rather than reacting emotionally. Okay, so that was the Ace of no, that's a Two of Pentacles. Here we go, the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, it's like sowing the seed. So there we go, the Ace of Pentacles. And with Observe as part of this, I feel it's recognizing new opportunities. So this card signals a fertile ground for new beginnings, especially in areas related to work, finance, even health. The key here is awareness. You might be overlooking potential opportunities because you're caught up in your daily routine or those distractions. So, practical advice here is pay close attention to your surroundings. Not only that, what about conversations, ideas, or subtle signs that hint at those new possibilities? Remember, keep an open mind and be ready to act when those opportunities present themselves. Remember, it's not going to be on a silver plate. Here are, here's your opportunity. It'll be subtle. It'll be what you don't realise. And sometimes these opportunities come disguised. They're small or insignificant. So observe carefully to recognise their value. And the spiritual gift here is, or tip, is trust your intuition, especially when you're assessing those new opportunities. Sometimes your inner voice or guide will direct you to see what's truly beneficial. I like that card, it's good. So then we have the Seven of Wands, and obviously with reserve, I think it's saying be vigilant and defense. Vigilance and defense. So this card indicates to me that you may face opposition or challenges. Now, whether internal doubts or there may be external conflicts. Observation is the key here. It's your best tool. And being aware of your environment and potential threats allows you to stand your ground confidently. So, practical advice: observe those motivations and actions of others. It's very important. I mean, are they being supportive or are they being challenging? I think it's very important you stay true to your boundaries and your values and prepare yourself mentally and emotionally, don't forget, to face those challenges without facing focus. So again, I think spiritually, it's important that you develop that resilience by grounding yourself in your purpose and values. And observation helps you anticipate those challenges before they escalate or expand or grow bigger. So if we put this all together, I feel your situation calls for mindful balance, managing those current responsibilities while remaining open to those new possibilities and prepared at all costs for any challenges that come up. And obviously, by observing carefully, you'll be able to maintain equilibrium in your life. You'll be able to recognize and seize new opportunities that will align with your goals. Don't forget, stand your ground, stand firm against opposition, and that's guided by your awareness. Well, I hope that resonated with you, Group A, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay, take care. Group B, you have the card Mind. The card Mind. There we go. Oh, so interesting look on the card there. So let's put that there down. That will obviously my picture come up. Or things and cards. Okay, so our first card is the Six of Wands. Second card is the Six of Cups. And the third card is the Tower. There we go. So we need to, so let's have a look. So what is the mind? What is the mind telling us here? Well, think about your mind. Your mental landscape is very dynamic. It fluctuates, doesn't it, between confidence, reflection, upheaval. I mean, this is a natural and necessary process for growth. Your mind is in a state of transition, and your task is to observe without judgment. Trust. Why am I saying trust? So, a task to observe without judgment. Trust in your resilience and embrace the change. So we have the Six of Wands. I'll do that first. Here we go. And the Six of Wands, obviously, what I feel when it's the mind. This is about confidence, clarity, and mental strength. Mental strength, yes. So the guidance here for you is about harnessing your confidence. Your thoughts are powerful. Use this time to reinforce your positive beliefs about yourself and recognize your mental achievements, no matter how small. You know, and also avoid the complacency, because success, and this is what this card is, the victory, the success can sometimes lead to that overconfidence or complacency. So make sure you stay humble and attentive to your mental state, and that will help to prevent those blind spots. And of course, with that, share your insight. Your mental clarity it's very important, must inspire others or help you to, or help you lead in your personal or professional life. So the Six of Wands here, we have here, and I can see the webs and everything in there. Now, your thoughts, obviously with the mind, what's this about? It's nostalgia, isn't it? It's about looking at the past. So your thoughts are influenced by past memories, childhood experiences, and nostalgic feelings. Now, these can colour your current moods and mental outlook, obviously, and it will either be positive or negative. So guidance here, I think, is about honour your past. You know, recognise that your mental patterns are shaped, especially by your history. Use this awareness to understand why you think in those certain ways. And because of that, it's important that you heal those old wounds. If past pain or the nostalgia clouds your present, consider the gentle healing practices, like journaling, therapy, or meditation. I mean, you can, even if you need that further healing, go onto our website and speak to Marilyn or Pam and myself, and just jot down what you need, and we'll see what we can do. Obviously, with this as well, avoid idolization, because nostalgia can very much distort your reality if you're not careful. So reflect on past experiences with honesty, and it's important that you differentiate between lessons and idealizations. So the next one we had was the tower. Dum dum dum. So I actually like the tower. I think it's quite good. So what's this? Sudden insight or upheaval? So now your mind is or will be experiencing a breakthrough. Yes. An unexpected realization, a revelation, maybe or a mental upheaval. Now, obviously, this can be very disruptive, but ultimately liberating. Because everything can come crashing down. Nothing can get worse. So what are you going to do? You've got to build from the bottom up. So, some guidance here. Embrace the upheaval. How do I do that? Well, recognize that breaking down those old mental constructs is often necessary. Yeah, it's really important because it helps you grow. Don't fear the discomfort. See it as a catalyst for transformation. Another, stay grounded. I think that's very important. So during those sudden shifts, grounding techniques like deep breathing, meditation, even nature walks can help you stay centered. Thirdly, allow the process. That's important. Resist the urge to cling to those old beliefs or mental habits. Instead, observe the change with curiosity and patience. So, final words, putting all these together. Your mind is at a powerful crossroads, built on past successes, influenced by memories, and capable of profound transformation. So it's really important you approach this phase with patience, curiosity, and compassion. Trust that through the observation and acceptance, you're paving the way for a more resilient, clear, and enlightened mental state. I hope that resonated with you, and look forward to seeing you. Bye. Take care. Hi, Group C. Well, here's your card. Soften. Interesting. Soften. What do you have to soften? Well, feels your situation suggests that softening is about balancing the strength and your vulnerability. and opening your heart while maintaining clarity and collaborating with humility. It's a gentle power, assertive, yet very compassionate. You feel the strength and then you feel the softness of this card. So we're going to choose three cards. 3 tarot cards. We'll give them a good shuffle. See what we get. Here we go. Okay. Okay, first card. We have the 4 of Cups. Okay. Second card. Ooh, the King of Swords. And the third one, the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Just put those in there. Okay, so we've got the 4 cups here, and then obviously with soften, we need to incorporate the meaning of this with the soften. I think it's about embracing that vulnerability and openness. So 4 cups, it signifies a moment of introspection and emotional stagnation or feeling disconnected. Sometimes softness can requires us to slow down, turn inward, open our hearts to those new feelings or perspectives that we might be resisting. So how can I soften? Well, practice self-compassion. Acknowledge your current emotional state. Obviously, don't forget, without judgment. Recognize that feeling stuck or disconnected is part of the natural human experience. And don't forget, be receptive to change. Sometimes softness means allowing yourself to be vulnerable, accepting what it is. Often that can be very uncomfortable. And third technique, third advice, cultivate the gratitude. Shift your focus on what's missing to what you do have. Gratitude opens the heart and softens the emotional rigidity. That's a great card. So, third one, we have, just you went blind then, try and look at this. We have the King of Swords, and obviously with soften, the King of Swords leads with clarity and compassion. So the card King of Swords embodies mental clarity, because obviously swords are the mental state. So he embodies mental clarity, fairness, and integrating. Oh, I've forgotten the word. Oh, I've forgotten it. Maybe I'll remember it in a minute. So I think looking at this, we need to soften with strength. Means using your mind and using your mind and communication skills with kindness. It's about applying your discernment to create harmony, and rather than control or rigidity. Rigidity. I think that's it. So how do we do this? We're saying about this. How are we going to do this? Well, balance logic with empathy. That's a soften. Yeah, balance logic with empathy. So when you're making decisions or addressing conflicts, make sure you pause and consider the emotional impact of your words and actions. Set gentle boundaries. Be clear about your needs, but communicate that with compassion. Softness isn't weakness. It's a strength wielded wisely. And next, practice active listening. I think that's really important. Truly hear others without immediately jumping to conclusions or judgments. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, that one then. So we have the Three of Pentacles. There we go, Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles, what's this got to do with the soften? Well, I feel this is cultivate humility and collaboration. Remember, a bit of teamwork there. So core insight, what does it mean? Well, Three of Pentacles highlights teamwork, humility, and shared growth. As you can see, the plant there in the middle sometimes involves recognizing that you don't have to do everything alone, and that collaboration fosters harmony and mutual respect. So how can we soften by using this card? Well, embrace humility. Acknowledge your limitations and be open to others' collaboration. Practice patience. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at this, so I'm learning. So growth and healing takes time. Approach yourself and others with gentle patience. And lastly, be open to learning. Recognize that collaboration, is a two-way street. Be receptive to feedback and new ideas. If you're not, well, this card's not going to work. So final words we have of these. Soften is a process of cultivating inner gentle strength. It's a balance of vulnerability, clarity, humility. These cards remind you that your true power lies in compassion, patience, and openness. By softening your approach, you will create space for that genuine connection, that space for healing, that space for growth. So I think it's very important, trust that softening. And it's not about weakness, but about strength rooted in kindness. A powerful, powerful force of transformation. I hope that resonated today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.